See my wife over there studying hard. Look at her on her way to becoming a behavioral doctor. So proud. I think overall, I lead a pretty fortunate life. Like, sure, we don't have the best of everything. There was a time when I would have judged our situation based on the things that we have, like material things equaled success. I remember I did this video once. Asia had a friend who had issue with the fact that Asia and I were together, and they were like, "Well, he needs to get his shit together because he don't have this and he don't have that." And my response was to do this video, and it was like, "Hey, look, I've got a laptop, and I've got a flat screen TV, and I've got an Xbox 360. What do you have?" Ha 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 ha. And it's like none of those things matter. In the grand scheme of things, none of those things are our consequences. I don't even think I have any of those things anymore. But since then, I mean, yeah, we've got TVs, and Asia's got a laptop. We've all got laptops, and Kari's got a tablet, and we've got all the systems, and there's whatever. None of that stuff matters. None of it, because the friends who were complaining that we needed to get our shit together aren't even together anymore. And you can see her on Instagram posting pictures of her kids. I'm all, my baby is all I'm gonna ever need in my life. I don't need no man, but secretly she want that dude back. Like, the things that matter are success and longevity. My wife and I have been in this apartment since 2013. Think about that. That was a long time ago. Our 5 year anniversary is like next week. And in that time, I will admit that the first year was a little rough. But all marriage in the first year is a little rough. And even the times before we were married, when we were just living together, those times were a little rough. But we've never been one of those, "I don't think this is working out. You should go stay with your mom for a few days while we sort this out." It's always just been me and her against the world. Now, I take that back. It's not just me and her. The boy is good. When I need my first officer, he steps up. He always does. He always have. He always will. So I define success as I go to sleep every night next to the most wonderful woman in the world. And throughout the entire day, whatever she is doing, it is for my benefit. Whether it's bringing me something to eat, or offering to rub my back, or just wanting to spend time with me, or studying to become a behavioral doctor and get all these degrees and letters behind her name, like PhD and LMNOP and all these other important things. She's always doing it for us. And on the same hand, she wakes up every single morning. And I can't attest to if she think I'm the most handsome dude or whatever. I mean, I think I'm okay. But I spend my entire day making sure that she doesn't have to worry about the bills, that she don't worry about the rent, that she don't worry about the lights, that she don't worry about the gas, that when she flick a light switch, it's there. When she look in the refrigerator, it's something there. That's my function. We had a conversation today. She was worried about taking out more student loans because she said, what's going to happen when it's time to pay all of this back and things aren't working out? I don't want to make things harder for you. And it's like, I'm not even worried about that. We'll cross that road when we get there. That's something we'll have to deal with, sure. But in the meantime, don't let that hinder you from wanting to take more, from wanting to better yourself. That's my job. Let me worry about that. And sure, that bill's going to rake up and it's always going to be something that's looming over us, but I will find a way to take care of it with the resources that we have available because that's what we do. That's how I define success. That's what makes me think this marriage is successful. You always hear people talking about 3 out of 4 marriages end in divorce. Well, the other one y'all were talking about was us. Because we're fine. like the D word don't even come up. Like, we've never seriously considered splitting up. We've never said, oh, we need some time apart to work things out. No, we don't even go to sleep unless we know everything is good across the board. If she has an issue, that means we sitting up, and if it's 4 o'clock in the morning, we gonna talk it out until it ain't an issue no more. Because we can't have things between us. We can't. Because keeping it is just more important, I think. Look at now, break time. She's so cute. That's my wife over there. You see that? I married that woman. I met this woman on the internet in 2008. I saw a picture of that woman and I said to myself, day one, I know a lot of people like to say that, oh, I knew. Day one, I am going to marry this woman. In the course of a 15-minute conversation we had once in 2008, hey, I love you. I'm going to marry you. And almost 10 years later, here we are. We did that shit. I tried to tell you, hey, what you looking at, old man? Don't be trying to get in my video. You stay out of this. I love this woman. And there is nothing in the world that will ever change that. Nothing's gonna come between this. Ain't no in between. Me and Aisha the same damn person. Like, the codependency is ridiculous. It's awful to think that neither one of us can function throughout a day without the other person. But you know what? If that's what it takes to make it work, we are making up. Look at her over there. The most adorable thing in the world. That's my wife. That's my wife. We had a conversation today. She was talking about she want to be a perfect 10 for me. And I was like, look, nobody's perfect. But you're perfect for me. You fit me. Your hand fit into my hand just right. Other parts fit in the other parts just right. This is my wife. Like, the level of comfort that we have found ourselves in didn't happen overnight. Didn't happen by accident. We worked at it. And now we're here. No, everything is fine in the Harris household. Our household might not be the biggest. Look, we got a 2-bedroom apartment that we used to pay $550 a month for, and now it's up to $900, and it ain't changed. It ain't no bigger. The bathroom is still tiny as shit. You can't sit on the toilet and close the door simultaneously. It's just small. But it's mine. This is my little corner of the world. This is our shit. We did this. I love this woman. Look at her. And now she on her way to becoming a doctor. You know, the day I met her, she told me she wanted to be a record producer and a singer and go to Harvard. It's like, look at her now. 2018. Starfleet Medical. She's going to be a doctor. My wife is going to be a doctor. Imagine that shit. Wow. Like, what a long way we've come. I was talking to a friend of mine today. I didn't mean to make this a thing, but we here. I was talking to a friend of mine today, and it's always nice to catch up with an old friend. It really is. She's still in Detroit, and she's looking for a way out, but she can't because she's got her son is sick and her mom is sick, so she can't just up and leave. It's a little, hey, there's my boy. Hey, buddy. And we were just talking, and it's just like, it's weird that like 25 years ago, more than that, like, me and this person was cool. It was like, when I met her, I was younger than my son is now. It's like, look at us now. Look where we've come. And it's easy to feel like you aren't progressing. But when you stop and take a look back and see how far you've come, it's like a whole thing. People want to judge the journey on how small the steps are. But when you look back and see over 20 years, over 25 plus years, I'm not the same kid I was when I met her. I'm not the same guy I was when I met her. I'm not the same guy I was when I had him. But if you turn around and take a look back, it's like, wow, there's been progression. There's been advancement. I like who I am as a person. Big old belly and all. My wife loved my big old belly. She say I'm snuggly. My sister tried to pawn a gym membership off of me. She was like, you want to work out? I was like, nope. My wife think I'm snuggly. Like, why would I want to get rid of her extra pillow? For what? Like, I feel good. I feel fine. Everything is fucking wonderful. It really is. And while we sitting here and we waiting for this little bit of tax money to come through so I can take care of the things that I have to take care of, I know it's coming. I know it's going to get taken care of. I know everything is going to be fine. How do I know? Because everybody can say they know. People say they know a lot of things. How do I know? It's based on reliable, factual evidence. It always has. It always will. Like, we moved into this bitch and neither one of us had a job.
We were bringing in $200.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. You did. You were working. You were like a caregiver or something. She brought home $200 a month. Like, the rent even back then was $550. We both had phones. The internet was on. It was always food in the refrigerator. I can say I know it's going to work because it always has. Because between the two of us, we make shit go. Period. Now, my wife will say that, oh, it's all you, honey. You make it go. And, and I'll say, heavy is the head that wears the crown. I'll say it, yes. Most of it might be me. But she gives me a reason to make it go. What would be the point of making it go if my wife wasn't here to have it with me? So, yeah, we make shit go. Everything always works out. At the last minute, something happens. And now, the last minute something happens, we just sit on our ass and then somebody knocks on the door. Oh, Jesus. No. It go because we realize something needs to get done. We take the steps necessary to get there. We get there. Every single time. It always works. It's never, oh man, we should have done that. It's decision made. Let's move forward from there. There have been plenty of times we spent money on things we probably shouldn't have spent money on. We're like, oh, maybe we should take something back. Maybe we should do this. It's like, nope, a decision was made. We will now live with it. There are no mistakes. It's just what comes next. And that's the way it's always been with us. What comes next? You know what's next? My baby gonna be a doctor. A doctor. Can you? Asia Harris, PhD. Asia Harris, LMNOP. Asia Harris, LGBT. What? Asia Harris, Esquire. Whatever professional thing whatever the fancy call letters are, that's what you're gonna be. A doctor. A doctor. They'll be like, yeah, I'm Mr. Harris, and this is my wife, Dr. Harris. Like, like that Will Smith meme? It's her. Doctor. Holy shit, doctor, you keep poking your head. What do you mind your business? I love my own man. I love my wife. I make it go, but I make it go for you. Every day of the week. Twice on Sunday, 3 times on major holidays. I love you. It's always going to be you. You know that, don't you? You know that. You know how you know that? Because it's been that way since 2008. Since the day I said, hey, bitch, it's you. It's been you every day that week. It's been you. Every time the calendar page turned, every time the new year rolled by, whatever holiday roll up, and you need me to come bring you Christmas money, but not let your mama know I'm there, so I'll meet you around the corner with an envelope, or drop a package off at your front door without a name on it. You know where it's from. You know who it is. Y'all already know who this is. Check out my SoundCloud. Look, I love this woman. It's always going to be me and her. Because it ain't no other way. Couldn't be no other way. Besides, who the fuck else going to put up with us?